Reparations seems to be all the rage now. It seems to be like a lot of liberal Democrats are using that phrase to frankly win votes. So I think that we have to be very, very careful in the Black conservative community to make sure that we are not aligning ourselves with the devil, and who are basically mouthing these words to get votes and to beat Trump in 2020. My personal feeling on reparations is that you can't repair people who basically aren't damaged. Now, the debate is that black people in America are damaged, and damaged through slavery, and continue to be damaged because of it. It is, I don't know, is it anecdotal, how many people have done well, or is it systemic, how many people have done well? That's really the debate. Some people have made some really good points in Congress this week about the concept. I happen to, at this point, be siding with the Frederick Douglass thought that when asked what to do with the freed slaves, he basically said, leave them alone, treat them fairly, but with no favor. I think that is probably the best thing, and people bring up the 40 acres and a mule. And I thought about this, and I said, you know what 40 acres and a mule represented during the time? It represented opportunity. And that's all it represented. The 40 acres and the mule weren't the prize. It was the chance. It was the opportunity. And I thought that if people had gotten those 40 acres and that animal, what they could then have guaranteed themselves was a lifetime of working the land. And that's all they had gotten. And whatever they got out of the land, and whatever they were able to sell, whatever they were able to eat and provide for themselves, that's all they had. It wasn't 40 acres on Madison Avenue. It was 40 acres probably in the middle of God knows where. So all it really provided was an opportunity. Now, has America provided an opportunity? Well, then we can fight about that for a while, and probably will, because not everybody that will see this video will like it. Even people who I'm very close to will see this video and not like it. But I think that we have to be able, no matter what the emotional feelings are, we have to be able to discuss this in a rational tone, and not name called, and not do all the things that would really separate us. That we can have a cognitive and good discussion about these issues, and not get caught up in the political whirlwind that this has become. And this is for me the really bad part, that this has become more a political thing than anything else. People often like to compare what happened to Native Americans. Frankly, Native Americans got pushed to the worst, the crappiest pieces of the land to be out of the hair of the people who were in charge, and the government. And we're talking about a lot of people that they just moved. You've heard of the Trail of Tears. They just moved them. And then part of the deal was to give them land that at the time nobody wanted. Nobody wanted. And what they got to do was to work that land as well as they could to eke out an existence or a subsistence. That's what they got a chance to do. 40 acres and a mule would have provided something very, very similar. It wasn't the prize. It wasn't, ooh, I got a mule and 40 acres, I'm on Easy Street. No, it was a chance to work that land forever, and to see what you could make of it. It was opportunity. A lot of us have had opportunity, and there isn't any debate about that. A lot of us have had opportunity, and did very well. Frederick Douglass being one of them, who didn't get 40 acres and a mule, who basically got his freedom and then made the most of it. And when he died, he had amassed a wealth that would have been tantamount to $25 million upon his death. in today's dollars. So it was possible. You know, Burgess Owens was in Congress yesterday talking about this subject, and made some great points about the opportunities that have been given to Americans or Black Americans in this country, and it's about people who have taken advantage of them and done well. Can we all take advantage of them? Well, here's the reality: we all can't take advantage of anything. Nothing is going to work for everybody. There are no guaranteed outcomes. Should there be guaranteed opportunity? Certainly. But should there be guaranteed outcomes? No. And a young man who also was in Congress yesterday made a point that resonated with me. So what's the price that you would lay on the horror that was slavery? What would you sell your ancestors out for to say that it's okay now? Because that's what we're doing, and you know, and people don't like to hear it that way. But what would you sell your ancestors out for? How much money? How much land? How many mules would you sell your ancestors out for? Kind of a harsh way to put it, I understand, but that's what we're talking about. That's why we have to have the conversation, because that's what we're talking about. We're talking about how much would you sell your ancestors out for? How much would be okay? How much would make you happy that these people did this horrible thing to your relatives, to your great plus grandparents? How much money now would you collect that would make that okay? We see you hadn't thought about it like that. We have to think about these things before we go off and make them political, because right now it's more politics than anything. All right, listen, we got some more videos to upload. We're going to upload my interview with Herman Cain. We're going to upload my video today with Sonny Johnson on YouTube. So we've already put up my interview with Andrew Breitbart and K. Carl Smith yesterday. So we're going to try to put up a couple a day for a while. Please go to the YouTube channel, Fightback Media YouTube channel, and check those out. It's cool. I'll post a link on Facebook. Let's see if we can keep our heads and our wits about us as we move forward in all of these very, very salient and important discussions. Till we see you again, go out there and learn something, love somebody, and for goodness sakes, y'all take care of yourself. We'll see you when we see you. Peace.